Hello everyone. In this lecture today I am going to introduce the topic of tree traversal algorithms. The tree traversal algorithms are very much useful to access the data associated with each vertex of an ordered rooted tree. As we already know, the ordered rooted trees are used to store information in computer database. To say in particular, suppose that an ordered tree is stored in database, which means that each vertex is stored with some useful information. In order to access the data associated with each vertex of the tree, we need some procedure so that the complete tree, all the vertices of the tree can be traversed and the information can be captured. For the purpose, we have several algorithms, out of which in this lecture we are going to discuss about the pre-order, in-order and post-order algorithms. Because the ordered rooted trees are used to store information, before storing of information using ordered rooted trees, their vertices need to be labeled using a proper procedure. So the procedure which is used to label each vertex of an ordered tree is known as universal address system. The ordered rooted trees must be labeled using the universal address system before they are used to store information in the database. So let us see what is the universal address system. By the system, how the vertices of the rooted tree can be labeled. The rules followed in the system are: the root vertex is designated with 0. Its all children are designated from left to right in the order with the numbers 1, 2, 3 and so on, as shown here in the diagram. As I told you already, according to the universal address system of labeling vertices of an ordered rooted tree, the root vertex is designated 0. Because in this graph there are 3 children from left to right in the order, they are labeled 1, 2, 3. Now look at the label 1. Because the vertex with label 1 has 3 children, again from left to right order, the vertices are labeled as 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. There are no children at 2, it is a leaf. At the label 3 there are 4 children. So the 4 children of label 3 vertex are labeled as 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, 3.4. Again at 3.1 there are 2 children. Remaining are all leaves. No children at those vertices. Now corresponding to the label vertex with 3.1, the 2 children are labeled with 3.1.1 and 3.1.2 in the order from left to right. Again at 3.1.2 labeled vertex there are 2 children. So corresponding labeling of the children is 3.1.2.1 and the right child is 3.1.2.2. This labeling of vertices of an ordered rooted tree is known as universal address system. Before an ordered rooted tree is used to store information, all its vertices need to be labeled with the universal address system. Now let us see what are the different traversal algorithms by which we can visit each vertex of a tree to access the information stored with the vertex. As it was told already, The first algorithm is the pre-order traversal. Let us see what is the pre-order traversal. As shown here in the graph, the rule of pre-order traversal is first the root vertex has to be visited, then in the order from left to right, the subtrees one by one has to be visited. Right? Let us consider an example. This is an ordered rooted tree. Here A is given to be the root vertex. B, C, D are the children of A. According to pre-order traversal, first we have to visit A. Then we have to visit the subtree at B. Next in the order C. Next in the order the subtree at D has to be visited. So this first step is shown in the solution here. Right? First A visited, then subtree at B, next C. Finally, the subtree at D has to be visited. This is called the first step of the algorithm. Now, we are moving on to the second step of the algorithm. After A, when we go to the vertex B, the subtree at B, again by pre-order rule, first B has to be visited, then the subtree at E has to be visited, then the vertex F is visited, followed by C, and then to visit the subtree at D, we first visit D, then the subtree at G, followed by the vertices H, I. That is the second step of the pre-order algorithm as shown here. Next, we move on to the third step of the pre-order traversal. Here, after AB visited, to traverse the subtree at E, we first visit the vertex E, then J, then the subtree at K, followed by the vertex F, C, D, then the subtree at G, visiting G first, followed by L and then M, again followed by H, I vertices. This is called your step 3 of the algorithm. Now, moving on to the step 4, after visiting A, B, E, J, K, A, B, E, J, to visit the subtree at K, first K is visited, then N, O, P has to be visited, followed by the vertices F, C, D, G, L, M, H, I has to be visited. So as shown in the step 4, this is the order in which the vertices of the given ordered rooted tree are visited by the given algorithm. Now let us see what is the in-order traversal algorithm to access the information associated with the different vertices in the rooted tree. According to this in-order traversal, as shown in the diagram here, first we have to visit the leftmost subtree of the given tree, then the root vertex has to be visited, followed by the remaining all subtrees to be visited. Now let us see an example. Let us see an example. A graph is being shown here. Let us see what is the in-order traversal for visiting all the vertices of the tree. The leftmost subtree, suppose when A is the root of the given tree, its leftmost subtree is the subtree with root as B. So that left tree has to be visited first, as shown here, followed by the root vertex A, and then the remaining subtrees with the root vertex A, means C. After A we have to visit C, then the subtree at D has to be visited. It is shown in the step 1. In our second step of the algorithm, to visit the subtree at B by the in-order, first we have to visit the leftmost subtree. The subtree at E as shown here, then the root B, then the vertex F. Then in the order A, C, then to traverse in order the subtree at D, we visit its leftmost subtree G, the subtree at G first. So I have shown here the subtree at G with LM as its children, followed by the root D and then the remaining two vertices HI. This is our step 2 of the in-order traversal. Next comes the third step. What we do here is to visit the vertices of the subtree at E. Right? We have to visit first J, then the root E, then the subtree at the root K as shown here. Next, after BFAC, to visit the subtree with vertex G, first we visit the vertex L, then the vertex G, then M. This is the in order for this subtree, followed by the remaining DHI vertices. Now we continue with the fourth step. Here the last subtree to be visited is with the root at K. To visit the subtree with root K, first we visit the vertex N, then the root K has to be visited, followed by the two other vertices O and P. And here is shown the order in which we visit the different vertices of the given ordered rooted tree using in-order traversal. Now the third type of the traversal algorithm we have is post-order traversal algorithm. As shown in the diagram here, according to this algorithm, first we have to visit all the subtrees from left to right, and finally we visit the root vertex. So what happens in post order? First all the subtrees in order from left to right has to be visited, and finally the root vertex has to be visited. Let us see an example of this post order traversal. A tree has been given here where the root vertex is A, right? According to our post order technique, with the root vertex A, we have a subtree at B, C is a leaf, a subtree at D. First we have to traverse the subtree at B, then we visit C, then the subtree at D has to be visited. Now the root vertex A has to be visited. It is clearly shown here. This is the first step of the traversal technique, first order traversal technique. Now to traverse the subtree at B by the post order technique, we have to visit subtree at E, then F, followed by the root vertex B as shown here. Subtree at E has to be visited first, then F, then the root vertex B. As usual, C will be there. To traverse D by the post order, or the subtree at D by the post order, we visit the subtree at G first, followed by HI, and finally the root vertex D. And next is A as usual. So step 2 is shown here. Now the third step of the algorithm is to traverse the subtree at E. According to post order, J has to be visited first as shown here. Next K, the subtree at K has to be visited, followed by the corresponding root of the subtree E has to be visited. Next in the Q we have the subtree at G to be visited. To traverse the subtree at G, L to be visited, next M followed by G as shown here. Now the next step of the algorithm is to visit the subtree at K by the post order. So by the post order, this subtree at K is visited by first visiting N, next O, followed by P, and finally the root K. So we have finally given here the order of vertices in the post order by which all the vertices in the given ordered rooted tree are visited to access the corresponding data associated with them. I hope you all are clear with the three types of tree traversal techniques, and the most important other one, the universal address system, which is used to label the vertices of a given ordered tree, which is useful to store information in database, computer database. Now let us see one of the easiest technique to identify the pre-order, in-order and post-order traversal. In this method what happens is, starting at the root vertex as I have shown here in the diagram, starting at the root vertex A, we draw a continuous curve in this way, moving along the different vertices, the different edges of the tree in anti-clockwise direction. To get the pre-order of the vertices, we list the vertices when the curve passes through them for the first time. So the pre-order list of vertices is obtained in this technique by listing the vertices when the curve passes through them for the first time. So from this diagram, after A, the curve passes through B for the first time. So B is taken. Next D in the order, next H. So in the order of passing of the curve, we have in the order E, next I, J comes, next J, I after we have J, next we have C, F, G, K, and finally A. So according to this shortcut method, the pre-order list of vertices is obtained by listing the vertices when the curve passes through them for the first time. Similarly, in order to find the in-order list of vertices, we list the leaves if the curve passes through them for the first time, and we list the internal vertices if the curve passes through them for the second time. As shown here, the in-order list of vertices are H, D, B, I, E, J, A, F, C, K, G, right? Because the first leaf is H here, in the starting at the vertex A should not be placed here. Directly in the list, we include the leaves and internal vertices. We leave the we put the leaves in the list if they are passed for the first time. We put internal vertices in the list if they are passed for the second time by the curve. So here in order, H comes first. It is the first leaf the curve is passing through first time. Next, after H we have the vertex D, because already first time it is visited before H. Now for the second time it is being visited. So after H we have to write D, then comes B. E should not be placed. First time it is being visited. Next I. So in the order H, D, B, next I, next E. So this is how we list the in order vertices. Similarly, to get in this shortcut technique, the post order list of vertices, we list the vertices if the curve passes through them for the last time on the way back to its parent. So after, no, A should not be written first. So we have again started with H, we have to start, because in the way of passing towards the parent A, H is for the last time visited here in the order A, B, D, H. H cannot be passed again. So we have included H first. It is for the last time passed by the curve. Next in the order we have D, because it cannot be again passed by the curve. Next comes in the order the vertex I. Vertex E is not included here. Now the post order algorithm is, post order traversal list is HD, IJ, EB, FK, GC, A. Now let us see the uses of the pre-order, in-order and post-order traversals. Binary ordered trees are used to represent the well-formed expressions of objects and operations. Right? So the well-formed expressions of objects and operations can be represented using the binary ordered trees. The traversal of these trees yield prefix, infix and postfix notations of expressions, which can then be used in many applications. Next comes in the queue. Because the pre-order explores internal vertices before leaves, this pre-order is the best choice when it has to be used to delete the internal vertices before the leaves. Because the post order explores leaves before the internal vertices, this order is used to delete the trees before the roots. The pre-order can make the copies of binary search trees. And the use of in-order traversal is to create the sorted list of data in a binary tree. Now let us see what are the infix, prefix and postfix notations of the expressions which can be represented by the binary rooted trees. Most of the arithmetic expressions, combinations of sets, compound propositions can all be represented by using ordered rooted tree, in particular mostly binary rooted trees. In this representation, the leaves are taken for representing variables or numbers, whereas the internal vertices are used to represent operations between the variables. Let us see what is the prefix form. Suppose an ordered rooted tree needs to be traversed using the pre-order algorithm, where the rooted tree represents some given expression. Then we can find the prefix form of the expression, which is also called Polish notation. So what is a prefix form? The prefix form of the given expression is calculated when the rooted tree representing the expression is traversed by using the pre-order technique. Similarly, if the rooted tree of an expression is traversed by using post-order technique, then the corresponding postfix form of the expression can be found. This postfix form of the expression can also be called reverse Polish notation. Now let us see how to find the values of the prefix and the postfix forms. To find the values of the pre and postfix form, to evaluate the prefix form, we have to work out the form of the expression from right to left. In order to evaluate the postfix form, we have to work out the postfix form from left to right. Here I have shown two examples. One is to find the value of prefix form. The second is to find the value of postfix form. So here the question is to find the binary tree, the prefix form and the value of the prefix form. An expression is given. Here x plus y, vertical arrow denotes the power, cap, right? So it is x plus y power 2 plus x minus 4 by 3. This is a usual algebraic expression. This can be represented using a binary tree. Later, when the binary tree is traversed by pre-order technique, we can form the prefix form for the given expression. The value of the prefix form can be obtained by working it out from right to left. So let us see. First we try to represent the given expression by the binary rooted tree. For x plus y, the corresponding subtree is shown here. Plus is taken as the root, xy the corresponding children. Corresponding to x minus 4, minus is taken the root, x4 its children. Now for x plus y power 2, power is taken the root, the subtree at plus is taken as the left tree and this 2 is taken as the right child of vertical arrow. Similarly for x minus 4 by 3, this slash is taken as the root. For x minus 4, the left subtree is shown here and the right child of the subtree is 3. Now combining this tree with vertical arrow and division symbol, we have got corresponding to the given expression the rooted tree. Right? This is clearly a binary rooted tree. By our shortcut technique method, suppose we want to find the prefix form. According to prefix form, the root vertex has to be visited first. So we have written in the order plus first, plus, then vertical arrow. Next again x is written. This is again plus only. So after plus it is vertical arrow, then plus, then x, because all these are visited for the first time along the path. So the prefix form of the expression is plus vertical arrow plus x y2 division minus x4 3. Now to get the value of this, we work out the expression from right to left. On the right we have, after this negative sign, x4 3. Because after minus we have x4, the rule is we have to do x minus 4. The meaning of minus x4 is x minus 4. Similarly, the meaning of plus xy is to do x plus y. Right? Now, we have after this vertical arrow x plus y 2. The meaning of vertical arrow x plus y 2 is to find the power 2 of x plus y. Plus is already there before. Now the meaning of x minus slash x minus 4 3 is to divide x minus 4 by 3. Right? Now after plus we have x plus y power 2 x minus 4 by 3. The meaning is to add the expressions x plus y power 2 and x minus 4 by 3. If the values x and y are in particular known, we would be able to calculate the particular value of this prefix form of the given expression from the corresponding binary tree. Similarly, we have another example to find the value of the postfix expression. Here is the example to get the postfix value. To get the postfix value, we work out from left to right. We have 7, 2, 3 star. Star before we have 2, 3. 2, 3 star means to multiply 2, 3 and keep 6 after 7. And after this vertical arrow we have 9, 3. We are doing the working from left to right. So after 9, 3 we have slash. It means to divide 9 by 3 and place 3 after vertical arrow. So it is shown here. Now after 7, 6 we have minus. It means we have to do subtraction of 6 from 7. We have to place 1 here before 4. And we have 1, 4 after vertical arrow. It means we have to find 1 power 4 and keep it at the corresponding place. So it is 1 power 4. After 1 we have 3 and plus. So 1, 3 plus means to add 1, 3. The value of the postfix expression is 4 here. This is the another example here to find the prefix value. The work to find the value of the prefix expression, it has to be worked from right to left. So we are working here from right to left. After this vertical arrow we have 2, 3. So we have to find 2 power 3, which is 8, to be placed after slash symbol. After slash we have 8, 4. So we have to write 8 by 4 2 placed. Similarly we have after star 2, 3. So 2 into 3, 6 to be placed. After minus we have 6, 5. 6 minus 5 to be replaced. So 1 replaced. So plus after 1, 2. We have to do 1 plus 2. The value of the expression is, the prefix expression is 3. So this is how the expressions are first represented by the rooted ordered trees, and then from the rooted ordered trees we find out the pre or the postfix orders whatever required, the corresponding prefix and postfix expressions. From there we can calculate the values, and the process is being useful in many applications. I hope you all understand what is a tree traversal, how the tree traversal can happen using different algorithms, namely pre-order, in-order and post-order, followed by their prefix and postfix and infix expressions, their representations by rooted trees, and the methods to calculate the values of the expressions. Thank you all.